Miranda Kitterlin-Lynch and Leon Thomas are the co-hosts of Checking In, a popular web show and podcast about hospitality and connected industries. Near the conclusion of each episode, Miranda and Leon ask their guests two signature questions.
Excuse me there, Mr. Announcer Guy. There are actually 3 signature questions. So we've got crab cakes, bean pie, and what would you tell your 20-year-old self? So that's actually 3 questions, Mr. Announcer Guy. Get it right. 3 signature questions.
Okay. You're right. You are correct. There are actually 3 signature questions. You are correct. There are 3 signature questions. One of those questions is, have you ever had bean pie? Miranda doesn't think bean pie is real. Her thought is that it doesn't exist, and it's something that Leon just made up one day and just ran with
because
it.
It's not real. It's not a real thing. This is some myth that Leon has been trying to tell me. No. Because I've also heard of Bigfoot, but I've never seen it. I can't prove it exists.
Compare a bean pie to Bigfoot.
Wow.
No, I never heard of it. Bean.
I rest my case.
I've known Leon a long time. I doubted it at first myself. Bean pie is real. It's not fake news. Bean pie is real.
Check out how some recent guests on Checking In responded when asked if they've ever had bean pie.
So then, have you ever heard of bean pie?
You know, I have, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I've ever had one. I don't know if it's real. And it's not like I haven't watched the show, but have you heard of meat pie?
We have them all over the place. I am from Natchitoches, Louisiana, the home of the meat pie.
But here's a fun little tidbit. So meat pies are very popular in Ghana. But the fun part is that there's not actually meat in the meat pie.
Oh, interesting.
It's a savory bait and switch.
So
good to know.
Hold on a second. What I heard you say was, I've heard of bean pie, yes, but I don't know if it's real.
You know, I've watched a few shows and I've listened to some of the answers, and I'm not convinced.
It seems suspicious.
It does.
Now, bean pie. Have you ever had bean pie?
No, I never heard of it. Bean.
I rest my case.
Leon, I study food. I am a real hardcore foodie, and I will look for it now.
Craig,
Leon, I hate to let you down.
Are you going to cry?
I'm gonna go look it up. I can't imagine it, but I know. I'm sorry.
I figured for sure.
I know.
Today's
first boss in the hotel business, the guy that brought me into the industry.
Leon,
I thought for sure he would say yes.
Leon,
I've heard of bean pie.
It's not real, Craig. It's not real.
I study food 6 hours a day probably right now. I study it. When I study scrambling eggs, I'll research how they scramble eggs in Africa, Vietnam, Russia. I've never studied bean pie.
Well, Craig,
but my bad.
Bean pie is real. In my market and in many supermarkets, they sell bean pie in the bakery department. So, Craig, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a couple of, I'm going to schedule a date to come visit you because it's been a while since we've been eyeball to eyeball physically in the same room together. We're going to schedule some time. I'm going to come visit you. I'm going to bring some bean pie and we're going to record a short episode of checking in. We're going to call it Checking In with Bean Pie just for Miranda. That's the full title of that episode. Checking In with Bean Pie just for Miranda.
Well,
and Miranda, you will then see that bean pie really.
By the time we meet, I will be well versed and practiced in bean pie. But if you want to come to visit me, I live in Pittsburgh now.
Or we could meet halfway between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, but that's not a happening spot. It's called Breezewood. There's nothing.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that one. We're not doing that one. Nope. And I'll guarantee you, there's nobody lives in Breezewood that ever heard of bean pie.
No, that's
a fact.
Tom, Dave, let's talk about bean pie. Miranda says bean pie is fake news. It doesn't exist. Tom, what say you? Have you ever had bean pie or heard of bean pie?
I've heard of it, but I've never had it.
Have you seen one with your own eyes?
Yes.
I don't know. This is suspicious. Yes. I know there's a lot of Venmo transactions going on.
Yes. He's seen it. Just hasn't tried it. He has seen it. Miranda doesn't think it. She doesn't think it exists. Dave, how about you? Have you ever had bean pie?
I've heard of it, but no, I've never seen it or tasted it.
That's two. One heard of, one seen. That's a win.
I don't know. I mean, you're all sports guys. I don't know if that constitutes a win.
That's 500. If we're batting in the major leagues, we get a contract for $756 million. What do you mean?
Because I've also heard of Bigfoot, but I've never seen it. I can't prove it exists.
Compare a bean pie to Bigfoot.
Wow.
Okay.
Question 2. Have you ever had bean pie?
I have not had a bean pie. I don't know what a bean pie is.
Okay, because it's not real. It's not a real thing. This is some myth that Leon has been trying to tell me. No.
Is it like a bean and cheese thing, like an enchilada type?
It's
or
like
a
native. It's made of navy beans, and it's in a pie. It looks like a potato pie or a pumpkin pie. It's there, and even if you haven't, I still want folks to go to your website. Okay, I want folks to go to freshaircensor.com. Right?
Which, if we get a bean pie, we will go live on Fresh Air Censor and eat one right there on freshaircensor.com. And Leon will get to watch me eat and try a bean pie.
Done. Question number 2. How about bean pie? Have you ever had bean pie?
Oh my gosh, I saw you ask this the other day. No, I have not had a bean pie before.
Have you heard of bean pie before?
Yes, I've heard of bean pies. Yes.
Okay. That's you get a point. You get a win for that. Miranda, I know you're not here today, but you'll be watching the show. You heard Amanda say she has heard of bean pie. Correct. Miranda thinks it's a thing. It doesn't exist. Oh yeah, you gotta get a bean pie. I tell you what.
Do you have a place for that?
I'm coming to your hotel.
Yes.
On in a couple of days, right, for an event with Marcus Moore and his pretzel company, right? Marcus Moore Pretzels, y'all, you got to check them out. Yes. I'll bring you a bean pie.
Will you really?
I will, and we'll record it. We'll make a show out of it. You can put it on your social medias. We'll put it on ours.
Okay.
This is going to be great.
Let's do it.
Pie. We'll do it.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this brief message from the Leon Thomas Group. And when we return, you're going to see a real bean pie tasting. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual. The reception Leon and Amanda mentioned took place at the Hilton Baltimore BWI Airport on Tuesday, April 22nd, in honor of Marcus Moore.
Marcus is the founder and owner of Moore Crunch Pretzels. To learn more about Marcus and his inspiring journey, visit moorecrunch.com. That's MOORE crunch.com.
If you haven't tried Moore Crunch Pretzels yet, you're seriously missing out on the best pretzels ever. You'll find them at locations throughout Maryland, including Oriole Park at Camden Yards and the Hilton Baltimore BWI Airport. You can also order them online at moorecrunch.com.
Major kudos to Keith Moses, Amanda Hoy, and the entire team at the Hilton BWI Airport for hosting such a fantastic tribute to Marcus. Whether you're organizing a celebration, a corporate function, or something in between, Hilton Baltimore BWI Airport is the place to be.
Leon showed up and he brought bean pies.
Miranda, bean pie is real, and it tastes good too. Check out what these new bean pie fans had to say.
There is only one flavor of bean pie. It's called bean. All right. All right.
All right, here we go.
Amanda Hoy is going in to the bean pie.
This is the unfiltered review.
Well, we're waiting for the facial reaction.
Ready? Cheers. This is bean?
This is bean pie.
This does not taste like bean.
Does not taste like bean. What does it taste like?
Almost like a pecan pie.
Almost like a pecan pie.
This isn't bad.
It is. I'm sorry. Say that again.
It's not bad. I thought I was going to hurt your feelings, but
and
it's not bad.
please confirm this is bean pie. You saw that on the. There it is. Bean pie.
I give this an 8 out of 10.
It's an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. She's shocked, folks. There it is. There it is.
The big question is, would you have it again?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
How about with a little bit of vanilla ice cream?
You could do that.
You could do that with vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's give it a shot.
We're going to the bean pie reveal for Keith.
You know, it'd be nice to add some cinnamon sugar.
I don't think you're going to need it.
No?
It's sweet.
It's sweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going for the pie. Here we go.
All right, here we go. You know, it has a real nice smell to it. I don't think I can smell the beans, though. I do smell the sweetness, though.
Going in for the pie.
Talk to us about the texture.
Okay. Yeah, I would say this is not something if you're on the one of those no carb diets, this is probably not for you.
This is not it. But if you are a vegetarian, this falls right in line.
Yes, it does. Not as sweet as I would have thought based on your description.
It tastes sweet to me.
But I do like the texture. Is very good. Very smooth.
Very smooth?
Very smooth. Not much of an aftertaste, but I agree with Amanda. There's not much of a bean taste to it. It does taste more like a...
So to everyone who says bean pie does not exist, we have proof today that it does, and it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Sydney Williams.
Sydney Williams.
And I am the operations
manager going ahead with his bean pie.
Oh, you got another one. How's that? 1 out of 10. Do you think beans are in it?
You know what it tastes like?
What does it taste like?
It tastes like sweet potato pie.
It tastes like sweet potato pie. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes, very good analogy.
It
Yes.
tastes like sweet potato pie without the sweet potato.
Without the sweet potato.
All right,
Yes.
Abby from
Yes.
Procure Impact.
Abby from where?
Procure Impact.
Procure Impact. Yes, both of you. You and Sid.
Do we know what kind of beans?
Here we go.
I don't know what kind of beans are in bean pie.
Navy beans.
Navy beans. I like it.
You like that? Oh, yeah. Oh, we have 4 new...
And that would be... There's the
4 new bean pie fans. All right, we're up. Go ahead.
This bean pie tastes really good.
Really good. Did you hear that? Really good. And what's your name?
Xiomara.
Xiomara. You hear that? Bean pie is good. Thank you.